The North remembers. We know no king, but the king in the North whose name is Stark.
Hi guys, it's Fentony. Tonight is the premiere for Game of Thrones in Los Angeles, and the cast and some Hollywood insiders will be there to watch the first episode, Dragonstone. But before all that, we have some new pictures from that episode. So in this video, I'm going to talk about them, break them down for you guys, and see what we can find. There will be spoilers in this video, so just be careful for them. HBO has given us pictures from Season 7 Episode 1 Dragonstone, and some of these pictures actually feature characters that we've not seen at all or very little from. Just a quick note though, Entertainment Weekly have said that this will be the last pictures, trailers, or anything like that we're going to get before Sunday. First up is Liana and Morman in the Great Hall at Winterfell, and this scene to me looks like when Jon Snow is telling everyone we need to fight against the White Walkers, and Liana and Morman is going to stick up for Jon. If you go back to Season 6, Liana and Morman was the first Northern Lord to declare Jon the King in the North, and she will be one of his most important allies. She's a fan favourite, so I hope we see more of her. Next up is a man painting the map of Westeros that's in the Red Keep. We have seen this map, and Jaime and Cersei have both been standing on it. I'm not too sure why she's doing this. Does she just want to redecorate the place? Or is there a reason behind it? Is it similar to Daenerys' painted table in Dragonstone? And the show's trying to give both big players, Cersei and Daenerys, their own large map of Westeros? Another picture of Daenerys, and we've had a lot of these, so I'm not going to go into too much detail here. She's not been to Dragonstone since her birth, so it is understandable that she is a bit overwhelmed. Tyrion did tell her that she's in the Great Game now, and to be honest, I don't think she's ready. She's in for a big shock. More Daenerys, and we've had this one before I think. This is her looking at the throne in Dragonstone. Could this be the final scene in the episode, when she walks up to the throne and then sits on it? You've got Cersei, and looks like Jaime's in the background, and they're both standing on this map of Westeros that was being painted earlier. Jaime has his back to Cersei, and I'm not going to get into too much of this, but it could be foreshadowing these two, becoming a bit divided, because by the end of the season, we do think they will be separated. Now on to the new stuff. We have the Night's Watch and Meera Reed. We got two pictures of the Night's Watch, and I'm really glad we got a picture of Ed. It looks like they're at the gate at Castle Black that leads beyond the wall. You can't see him, but I think Bran is on the other side of that shot. This theory has been going around since Season 6, and this picture kinda teases it a bit. If you look at Meera's sword, and it is there so you can see it, and it's right in the centre, people think that this sword is actually the Targaryen ancestral Valyrian steel sword that was called Dark Sister. The Three-Eyed Raven, or the Blood Raven as he's known in the books, was actually a Targaryen bastard called Brendan Rivers, and he was the last known owner of the Valyrian steel sword. And many fans think that Meera now has this sword, as she did pick a sword up in Season 6 Episode 5 The Door when the White Walkers came. But she did kill a White Walker, but it was not with this sword. It was with a dragonglass spear, so perhaps this sword is nothing special, or perhaps the show is saving it for later on, when Meera manages to kill another White Walker with this sword, and it's just an oh my god, WTF moment, this theory is real, there was no backstory, there was no foreshadowing, but Meera has Dark Sister. Honestly, because there's not been any foreshadowing, I'm not too sure if this is Dark Sister, but I do like Meera, I'm a big fan of her, so give her Dark Sister. This is the second image of the Night's Watch, and Dolorous Ed is right up in centre. He is one of the most underrated characters on the show. I love his humour, and I love that he's so loyal to Jon Snow. The Night's Watch don't have many men left, and I do think some of the Night's Watch will go with Jon beyond the wall. The common prediction is that Jon Snow is going north of the wall to bring a white back to Westeros to show Cersei that the White Walkers are real, and possibly Daenerys, which I don't think is true. Ed was there at Hardhome with Jon, and I do feel that he will go back beyond the wall in Season 7. If you see the Night's Watch, they've got torches, and one of the guys actually has his sword drawn. I don't know what Bran says to make them convince them to let them pass. Maybe he tells them I'm Jon Snow's brother, and they believe him. But the Night's Watch seem to be on edge. When the White Walkers come, the Night's Watch are the first defence. They had 100 men I think back in Season 4 when they fought the Wildlings. What do they have now? A dozen? A couple dozen? So yeah, I do think that Ed is going beyond the wall with Jon, but I don't think he's going to come back. If he has to go, I'd love to see him sacrifice himself to save Jon. He's so loyal to Jon, so that would be the best way for him to go if he has to go. And the final picture is Brienne and Pod. They're in the Winterfell courtyard and it looks like they're sparring. This picture does confirm that Brienne and Pod will be back at Winterfell by the first episode. Brienne and Pod were last seen in the Riverlands after failing to convince the Blackfish to join Sansa, so it looks like their journey home is going to be cut off and played out off screen. So as I said, this will be the final assets from Season 7 and there's not going to be any more trailers or pictures. Episode 1 Dragonstone is this Sunday, and after the episode I will do my review and then the next again day a breakdown for the episode. The official description for Dragonstone is: Jon, Kit Harington organises the defence of the North. Cersei, Lena Headey, tries to even the odds. Daenerys, Emilia Clarke, comes home. I am looking forward to this first episode. It's not going to be as epic as Battle of the Bastards or The Winds of Winter, but that doesn't matter. Season 7 is just around the corner. I can't wait. So what do you think about these new images? I am glad that we've got Mira and the Night's Watch. I was getting kind of sick of all the Jon Snow, Cersei and Daenerys pictures. I know they're the three main characters, but there was a bit too much coming from them. So leave all your thoughts down in the comments below. And then if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like on it, as that really helps me out. If you want to stay updated with all my videos, and if you want that review on Sunday, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.